Good evening. This is a Park and Recreation Commission meeting on Thursday, November 20th, 6 p.m. I will call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum here. If you join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First order of business is approval of minutes from the October 30th meeting.
I move to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and Sarah second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Then we have new business. We have improvements to the archery range. We have a Boy Scout presentation by Colin Healy. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hey.
My name is Colin Healy. I'm a Boy Scout with Troop 226, and I'm looking to complete my Eagle project. So for my project, I would like to replace 3 of the target stands at the archery range at 512 Municipal Drive. I will be replacing the 10-yard, 20-yard, and 25-yard archery or target stand. The approximate cost, it's approximately $1,900 for the whole project. It's roughly $550 per stand. I did budget a little extra in there in case we have cost overruns. And then whatever extra I have will be donated to the city. I plan to fundraise this myself and seek donors from within the community. My goal is to have all the fundraising done by early spring and then start building the stands in early May at the absolute latest. That may have to be moved depending on weather issues and specifically with the concrete pouring on May 9th and 10th, that may have to be moved if the ground is too wet or if it's raining. But at the absolute latest, I would like to install on May 16th and have it done.
Sounds good. It'll be done for summer then, huh?
Yes, sir.
How are you going to do the fundraising? Have you decided?
I'm seeking donations from Delta Defense, and also I'm going to be doing brat fries to fundraise it.
I would ask that you, once you have a final design, you have it approved by Mike or Dan from the parks, just to make sure that it's.
So I did meet Colin out at the archery range, and we have, throughout the years in the development of our range, we have like 3 different target stands. We have the one preferred stand or the style that we like, and that was the one that we asked Colin to take a look at. He took it upon himself. We didn't give him any drawings or inventory or anything like that. He had to measure and determine what materials he would need, go to Menards, Home Depot, or wherever, get those prices and costs associated with it. So his example is out there, and that's how we want to build with the concrete base. I like the idea in his proposal that he is a contingency, he understands weather-related issues and all that. For us, this really falls into place because we did get the DNR grant to renovate the archery range, and those funds will become available to us after August of next year. So our goal in the first place is to do an upgrade to the existing range, new target stands, things like that. So his project would fall literally right in place with our plans for kind of a revamp, a good facelift. It's time.
It was due.
So,
Well, good. So you were working with him then. All right. That sounds great. I'm glad that you're doing it. And then I assume this was approved then for an Eagle project?
This has been by the troop. I need the city to approve it, though.
I'd make a motion to approve the project.
There's
Second.
a motion and a second by Justice. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Good
Thank you.
luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. All right, next new business, disposition of the current skate park equipment. This was brought up last month by Craig, and we just want to have a plan of what we're going to do with the skate park and when we're going to move it or do something with it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you have an idea?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, Mike, you've removed the one obstacle that was.
we haven't yet.
initial.
Dan and the
Oh, you
guys
haven't?
just, no, we haven't
Okay.
yet. The guys have been just kind of busy, things like that. But
All right. I think at this point, it may make sense just to remove all the equipment and then free that up for parking. you know, and if we could, because the downtown certainly needs parking, especially in the winter, you know, when we've got parking restrictions on the sides of the streets. So I don't know, but whatever everybody's
I have a question.
people's thoughts
There are a number of panels that have the Rotary logo, and they say Sunrise Rotary. Could we repurpose those? A couple of club members asked if the club could have those pieces. They look like they're plastic or something. They're not metal. I don't know if they're recyclable or not.
They're plastic, yep.
But the club wondered if they could have those. We could use them at club events or whatever.
After last meeting, I went down there, I said, I see kids down there. Well, I went down there like the day after the meeting, and there was a grandma with her 2 boys, and I talked to her about it, and they come down there, they like that it's not hard to do, and they don't really, aren't gonna go drive into other cities. And I said that it might take 2 years to get into a skate park, and she was kinda disappointed, because she said they come down there, and, you know, the kids can get a little skills, even though it's not, you know, it's in rough shape.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she was hoping that we could keep what we can, that they could still be able to use it. And a couple days later, there was a woman down there, and she had her 5-year-old daughter, and she kind of said the same thing. She'd be disappointed if the other one didn't get built, and we'd take these away. You know, we as park commissioners, I mean, we got to promote and preserve and, you know, take care of equipment and parks and things. I hate to take them out, and then 2 years, for 2 years, we don't have a place for the little tots to go. So I don't know if there's, you know, what we could do, if we could have a compromise or something. I know if we take them out for the winter, they'll never get put back in.
Yeah, once they're gone, they're gone. Yeah.
And there's really no other place to put them, and it would be foolish probably to put them somewhere else for that short period.
Right.
I mean, I'd be open to maybe have a deadline. When we first moved them, they said, let's look at it in a year. You know, if we could have them one more summer or something like that, or something like that, I mean, that's something I was thinking that.
Yeah.
But at least then we'd have a deadline, and we'd say, this is when, you know, it's gonna happen.
Sure.
And maybe
people
the
have
other-
some idea that it's
The other
coming,
skate
yeah.
park can get, you know they got 1 year
Yeah,
to get
provide
these
some
things.
incentive for them to get
Right.
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if any other commissioners have any ideas, or if Mike, if you have any recommendations or anything like that.
Are we in a hurry for the parking lot to be redone and usable?
I'm
Can we
not, but I'm
pull-
sure there are a
pull
lot of
some
people that
Apartments
are
are.
downtown, the apartments are.
You know, and frankly, it's not my concern. I mean, my concern is the kids, you know, being able to have a park that they can use, as long as it's safe, like we talk about.
Just give me 1 second.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And I
think that
know
makes a lot of
some
sense,
of it,
Mike.
like I talked about the half pipe, the landing deck, those would probably have to be shored up a little bit.
Yeah, is there, maybe we take a couple pieces out or whatever, I guess.
And if the pyramid gets removed, if it's not fixable anymore, you know, at least they have some place, a couple of things.
Yeah, 'cause I drive by, you know, being in Barton, I drive by there all the time. There's always kids in there. Sometimes a lot of them.
Maybe not as much now, but yeah, like I said, if we remove it for the winter, you know, it's not gonna get put back in the next summer.
No.
No, and for us to remove it, we're not putting it back together. It's rusty and worn, and that would be,
And he said, I mean, once it's taken out of there, it's just going to the recycle.
Right.
There's no saving this thing.
Yeah.
so, and I really do value this discussion, and from my perspective, we have a couple of different points or things to discuss or think about. Number one is the existing equipment. Do we want to remove it? Yes or no? Is it safe? Like we had mentioned, the one piece needs to come out, the rest of it, right now, we could, it's safe. The parking lot itself, Rick got a quote, he had a contractor down there to crack seal, and repaint. It would be about $5,800. In the memo, I just put $6,000, and that was a spring 2026 price at $5,800, which is good to know, because once we do remove the equipment, we want to convert it back to a parking lot. When we do convert it back to a parking lot at some point in time, the commission will have to decide also, do you want to do 24-hour free parking like we've done with the Kister parking lot and the Riverwalk parking lot downtown recently? The commission and common council approved both of those, 24-hour parking, no charge, no fees. And that was my assumption with this parking lot, and that's what I was going to bring before the commission and the council. But I will say, as I noted in the memo, the district did come forward asking us for that parking lot. they asking us to remove the equipment as soon as possible and basically convert it back to a parking lot. And they would like to basically set up a lease with the city.
Okay, so
They-
then there would be money involved.
Right, then there'd be money involved. And for the district, if we open it up for general, open, public parking, I can park there 24 hours a day, I'm all set. That supports the district's residents, but it doesn't support the district itself. The district needs X amount of parking spots, confirmed district parking spots to support their development, and they don't have those committed parking spots, okay? So that's why they were coming to us to say, they would like to basically lease the entire parking lot. They would handle all permit sales and all that stuff themselves. We wouldn't have to do it, and we would get some sort of reimbursement for that. So they're in need of parking. For the district across the road where the old Restore shop was, the old bowling alley and whatever, the district owned that building, and they used it during the construction of all of their buildings there. And they were going to raise that building, just level it and build a parking lot there for their residents. Well, Parish Engineering came along and said, hey, we would be interested in buying that. And that's what's happening with that building. So for Parish, for the city, they're gonna take that building, renovate it, things like that. For the city, tax dollar wise, it's better to have a building up and, functioning business there than a parking lot. So it's great that an existing building can be renovated. I'm knowing Parish, it's gonna be probably a pretty nice looking building. All that, for that area, that business district area, I think it'd be very beneficial. But for the district apartment or condos, they're back to kind of square one. They need more confirmed parking. So that was one of the factors in all of this, so.
Well, it sounds like they just cut their own throat.
Yeah. Yes, but again, you're right, and I agree with that 100%, but it's also very beneficial that that building's still gonna stand upright, and we'll put a new owner in there. I mean, for the city tax dollar wise and all that, it's a benefit, so. It's a back and forth. For me, I don't care if it's a district or whoever, we try to work with any of our customers or building owners or anything else to try and accommodate needs. Our Riverwalk parking lot, downtown, the one that's 24 hours a day, that's right along Washington Street, we already have a commitment for that parking lot with BMO Bank as far as if they ever need additional parking. And that was part of the original land purchase and the Riverwalk development and all that. So we can't go to the district and say, hey, how about taking half of this parking lot? Or we can't. We already have a commitment for some of those other areas. So it's.
Does that skate park parking lot, once the skate park's gone, the district leases that, is that Parks Department money?
Well, that would be one thing we would want in the MOU. We would ask. We would ask commission and then common council to say, I did just quick math tonight. If it was $15 a month per parking stall in that lot, it'd be about $6,300 a year. And that's half the cost of our current permit parking for downtown and things like that. The district would have to do, the work of selling the permits and all that stuff. So obviously we can't charge a full rate, but $6,300 a year for some small projects and things like that. Yeah, I'll take that,
And there is some leverage there,
Cost of
so.
the ceiling and.
Right, in 1 year, we'd recoup that. So, do we lease any of our existing parking lots? We don't. But that doesn't mean we can. It doesn't mean we shouldn't look at other, potential revenue sources and all that. To have open, I'm sorry.
Especially where our budget was this.
Yeah, $6,300, is it a ton of money? No, but you know what? You could use it for smaller projects, save it for 3 years for a larger project, something like that, $6,300. It adds up, it does. And I look at also, the original intent for that parking lot was to support River Shores, because at one point in time, they were gonna build a PAC and do some other things over there, so they wanted some public parking. For Regner Park, we have plenty of parking, parades, would it be nice to have, that parking lot available for, some of the parades and things? Well, sure, yeah, whatever, but 3-4 days a year.
That's a couple days a year,
Right.
right? Yeah.
So, so at some point in time, when the commission and or common council say, hey, let's pull the skate park equipment, convert it back to a parking lot, I think that would be something we'd want to take a real strong look at possibility of,
Didn't the
Doing a
district
lease.
buy several properties across the street? Or was that just
I,
rumor?
I thought at one point in time, like, it was like 2 or 3, but I think it was just the one.
Okay.
I think so.
So I know that was brought up when they built that it didn't seem like there was enough parking, but that was the idea, they were gonna buy other
Yeah,
lots.
and I mean, I don't know for sure, and I don't want to speculate and things like that. I believe the district talked to just about every property owner on the other side of the road at one point in time, yeah,
That would make sense, yeah.
you know. So, no, is there needed parking in that area? Sure, absolutely. I look at the Kister Island parking lot. It's never full or anything like that, but we have residents that use it 24 hours a day, and they move their vehicles and all that, and, they're following, the ordinance. Just like downtown, the new river, our Riverwalk parking lot downtown, that's open 24 hours a day, that's very popular with the building owners downtown and some of the tenants and things like that. We don't have issues with vehicles, vagrant vehicles and things like that. Not that I'm aware of. So things are working, with what we currently have. That's, and again, that's why I put the map out tonight. So, how much parking don't we have downtown and all that? And because the topic tonight is, okay, the skate park, but it's really, there's a couple of layers,
And it's
to
not an action item anyway, I mean, it's just discussion.
Yeah, I was on the council when we approved that developers agreement for the district, and that was, so I have to say, that was one of the things we talked long and hard about, was them not quite having enough parking.
And I remember the conversation was, they know what they're doing, built it or whatever.
Yeah, and like Mike said, they're not having major issues, so they weren't completely wrong on that.
they just
so.
need a formal commitment on certain number of stalls that they own or lease and things like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that smart to get into a leasing agreement, or would it be more advantageous to sell it? We hate to sell any property.
I think we would want to hang on to it, Mike, and reap the benefits.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. And, the thing is also, today it's a skate park, tomorrow it's gonna be a parking lot. Let's say we do a 3-year MOU, just a memorandum of understanding. After that, we don't need it anymore, they don't need it. However, all of a sudden, at some point in time, we do wanna sell it. We have the vet building there, someone needs a larger footprint or whatever. We own it, I would suggest we hang on to it, just for future possibilities, because once you sell it,
Yeah,
then it's kind of forever,
any land.
a little bit. Right now, we have the controlling, we control it. when
Yeah, we've got leverage.
Control our
yeah.
our destination there, so.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm fine if we say we want to, put a target date of December of '26 on on decommissioning of the equipment that, that might help facilitate them to get moving on fundraising and getting at least phase 1 of the skate park done.
What do you think about that?
Do we need to make a motion on that?
It's not
Or just-
up for
oh,
action,
okay,
but if we have a
okay.
consensus.
Okay,
can put
yeah,
it on.
I think that sounds like a great idea.
We would bring it
personally,
back to the commission
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah, okay.
And I'll say early removal of the equipment, we'd maybe even have to take it to the common council, But again, at that point in time, if the commission feels, hey, it's time, let's remove it, then we would also start, serious discussions with
What do we do with
the
it?
district or anyone else as to what we want to do then with that lot. I mean, I'm assuming everyone wants to convert it back into a parking lot. But after that, after we put yellow lines down, what do we want to do, So. Do we have a date?
Yeah, I guess the end of next year or the end of summer, I mean, either one, I guess. Well, we could say a year from now or whatever, or the end of,
I would bring it back to commission in September of 2026.
Because when summer's over, it gets used a lot less.
Well, that, and I'm just thinking, if we would have to take it before council, let's say that happens in early October, and then it gives our staff a little bit of time before snow falls
Okay.
to maybe
sure.
get it out.
Sure.
And then depending on weather and all that, crack seal and seal might happen then early the following year or something.
Yeah.
But at least it might be open for a winter,
So September 1st of 2026?
Yeah, maybe that'll help with some
September
fundraising.
commission meeting?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Okay.
once they know,
Okay.
and that, you know,
Yep.
we gotta get
gotta
this
drop
in
that
gear
date.
and get this other one
Yeah.
done.
I gotcha.
Although anybody on the skate park doesn't skate there anyways, just
Right.
rent the skate park.
The older kids always, all go to
Yeah,
the big skate, the ones I see are these little tykes or other kids just bike down there, the teenagers.
But how safe is it? I mean, is it safe to have it there for another year for kids, you know,
Yeah.
when kids?
You know, and
With the one piece of
other I
equipment taken
talked
out
to,
of
she
there.
said she looks at it as
Yeah.
you do it at your own risk, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are some of the pieces of rusty and things like that and all that? Yeah, and so was Wingate Playground before we pulled it out, and so was Mink Play Lot that we have, you know, so not all of our equipment everywhere is brand new. It's not. It's just, that's just a reality.
we just have to keep an eye on it as
Yep.
it degrades. We
Yeah.
may have to pull out other.
And like I
pieces
said,
too,
those
right?
decks, both of them are pushed down a little
Yeah,
bit. They
the,
should be
the
shorter.
pyramid that we need to remove, I mean, those panels are just, you're not gonna be able to pull them off, straighten them and put them back on, cause it's just,
Yeah, it's way on
things
the
aren't
bottom
gonna
and-
fit, you know, it's all kitty wampus now, and, I mean, yeah.
And the other, the half pipe, there's some others where there's little holes in the rust and stuff, but I noticed the landing decks of the half pipes, those probably need to be fixed. And
When you were shredding it?
yeah, exactly. I don't land on it. All right, that sounds good. Let's do that. Does that sound good with everybody?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Then there's a deadline. And then they'll know that too, then with the district, they'll know that
Well, yeah,
there might be a chance.
I mean, to be honest with you, by probably, Ryan, what do you think, February, March, we're gonna have a better handle on what the future skate park's gonna look like, maybe some timelines and things like that. I don't wanna, we've had some positive discussions with some potential fundraising, things like that, so,
Nice.
I mean, literally in 2-3 months, we might have some better, stronger, clearer answers anyways. Right.
So you won't
Just-
speculate now?
Yeah, right now, we're in a good place. We're in a process with a national design company for our new park and things like that, and we're moving through that process. To have this discussion tonight is great, and it gives me a little bit of
Good idea.
ideas and clarity and maybe what directions we, want to move. And it all falls into place with us hiring Grindline and just moving through that process. So
good.
it's all good timing and it's November, so it's really good timing, so.
Friends of the skate park are always looking for more people and donations.
And Mary Beth, I did make a note to save the rotary panels. No, absolutely. Some,
Probably use them
yeah,
someplace.
something like that, if someone wants to hang on to them or whatever, by all means, yeah. Yep, so.
Use them for the next donation, just put them right back on again.
Now that's an idea. So we'll keep them and then for, the right amount of money.
We have to buy them. I think our donation was 21,000 back in '03,
Yeah.
but skate parks were cheaper then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure. All right, any other discussion on that? All right, thanks for bringing that up. Next on the agenda is donations. I believe Ryan's gonna handle that.
Yes, the two donations tonight. First one is from Riverside Disc Golf Club for $200. This was a donation for Riverside Disc Golf Course improvements there. So thank you to Josh and Riverside Disc Golf. And the second is from the Early Risers Kiwanis of West Bend for $10,000. This is a donation for the Library Recreation Center in the basement of the West Bend Memorial Library. And this gift represents the last two installments of a total $50,000 donation to the Library Recreation Center. So thank you to the Early Risers Kiwanis for their generous donation to the LRC.
Is there a motion to approve the donations?
Motion to approve.
A motion and Al's second. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Thank you.
Thank you. And that is it. We're at reports. The chairman's report. There was somebody won an award the other day, the 2025 Community Impact Award. Mike Yench won that.
I saw that.
It was for his integrity, creativity, strong work ethic, and generous spirit in serving our community. And I know during his acceptance speech, he commended the team PRF and said it's the team that he won that award because of the team. So congratulations, Mike.
Thank you.
Got anything?
Nope.
Okay. Ryan, you have anything?
A couple of quick things since I'm here. So with the skate park, Grindline hired a consultant or a firm, I guess, to do the soil borings on Monday. Still waiting on the results of those, but with the first one being successful, fingers crossed, the remaining 7, I believe, will be positive news as well. And we have set the next community meeting with Grindline, which is going to be on January 10th. So we'll get some social media posts out for that before we have that meeting in January. The lifeguard course that I'm instructing is finishing this weekend, so all of the 7 kids are hopefully going to pass. Things are looking positive right now, so teaching that on Saturday and Sunday morning, but good group of kids. I'm excited to have them at Regner next summer. The recreation center, the flooring in the lobby's been done for about a month now, and then the replacement synthetic wood floor in the studio, room number 2, that's done and up and running, so we were able to take our dance program and shift that from the beach house, where it had been running since September, back into the library recreation center. So not the room they're supposed to be in, but I think that they prefer being there over the beach house. And then work on LRC1, the dance studio, was starting on Monday. Me and some of the parks crew were lucky enough to haul 64 pieces of 4x8 plywood down into the basement so that we can upgrade to the true wooden dance floor down there. So it was a fun afternoon, but it'll be exciting to get the wooden dance floor in there. Jeff Skomsky, the gentleman who painted the mural out at Lac Luron on the soon-to-be open-air shelter down there, drafted up, I reached out to him, he drafted up a kind of City of West Bend Parks and Recreation logo with his twist on it, so he painted a 8 wide by 4.5 foot tall version of that in the Library Recreation Center also. So he's finishing that up this afternoon, just had to do some outlines on things, but it's pretty good and the price was right, so it'll definitely make the space, the lobby down there, more exciting and welcoming. And then just working on staffing the ice rink for the winter and swimming, 'cause those are swim lessons right around the corner in January. So that's what I've got.
So is the ice rink is the plan, because you still have the flotation things in there, the buoys?
Yep, so
You'll put water over them, or?
Dan and crew are going to drain down the pond a couple of feet next week, and then we're going to corral them together, tie them together so that they submerge down and then refill the pond back up. So the buoys will remain in the water while it's at the ice rink, but they'll be,
Hidden.
feet beneath the water surface, so.
Great. We'll get a few weeks of skating in.
In a day.
Yeah. That's it?
That's it.
Thanks, Ryan. Mike, you have anything?
Just some quick calendar updates. We've got the turkey trot coming up on Thanksgiving morning. And Chapman in the Park is starting next week. The Chris Kindle Market starts next week, Friday, downtown. And the Christmas holiday parade is not
30th.
this Sunday, the Sunday after Thanksgiving.
30th.
So downtown looks awesome right now with all the decorations and everything else. And it's cool to have all these events. Hopefully, well, not hopefully, the Chris Kindle Market will be a good addition to downtown. It should be a good tie-in. So, yeah, again, if you live in West Bend, you have things to do. Enjoy it, yeah.
And Barton got their lights up.
Yep, we did. Yeah, thank you for, I forgot about that, yeah. Tried to forget about that.
So, yeah.
Looks
What I
good.
got?
All right. Anything else by anybody? If not, we will adjourn.